first visit to China was from Hong Kong in 1986, a very brief trip to Guilin, but over the 30 years I've just watched a whole attitude of China and Chinese people change. I spent a lot of time just on a bicycle, riding and walking and looking. When I first went to China, I knew nothing really about Chinese culture, Chinese art. But then gradually, over the years, I've met Chinese artists and I've been invited to the academies I got to look out for Chinese landscape scroll painting. I was very impressed with the way the brush was handled and the marks and so on. When you look around my studio, you will see the way I flatten things, that has affected my painting very much. I'm not copying Chinese paintings, but they're there very much as part of me now. I've kind of absorbed them. My little companions are these little drawing books. These were drawings in Kaosan Temple, where I spent several days with the nuns, painting them, preparing food in the kitchen. So this little book has got lots of drawings there. So I love doing this. So when I'm traveling around, I have with me my sketchbook and my pens and my camera. My eyes are open and I'm dashing around looking at things, and anything that looks interesting will take my attention. I'll be drawn to it. When I'm painting, I'm with my sketchbook, it's often the people I'm drawing. So the drawing and the painting and my general interest in things that keeps me alive. This has been, for me, has been very central to my life over the last few years, having with Zilan gone to see some live performances of Kun Opera in Suzhou and Nanjing, and in actual first in Cambridge, when that was my first sort of taste of Kun Opera, the focus of being taken to Fuzhou and Jiangxi province to see where Tang Xianzu was born, and finding out about Tang Xianzu, who wrote the Peony Pavilion. That has sort of an interest sort of blossomed in this, and I've been making paintings of the story of the Peony Pavilion, having seen live performances, having seen rehearsals, having seen the musicians rehearsing in Suzhou. Through this, the visits to China and studying this, I've been learning a bit about the philosophy of the time it was written. Through the painting of the Peony Pavilion, I've had to really try and get a bit of an understanding of what the story is about, what's underneath it, and the way that it is about freedom of living a free life based on one's heart, compared with living a sort of structured, Confucian, ordered sort of life. When I started painting, I wasn't so aware of that. I was showing the interaction in sort of love scenes, the interactions between people. But gradually, during the painting, I realised there are a lot of layers in it. Well, I think the artists have to meet each other, and things don't sink in, unless you experience the people and the places, And once you've been to the place and met the people, then you have a connection. And we all met, and we're you make lifelong friends. When you're together like that, you see each other's paintings, and sometimes then you're eating together, and you're going out visiting places, and often going out painting together. All through Chinese history, the philosophers and so on have been interested in sociology, in how people live and how to have communities. And China has been through different sort of political stages. But in actual fact, what's the basis of it is how people can live together kind of happily, you know? I go to China, and my feeling about China is about the people I meet. My first trip to King's College, Cambridge, to the Poetry Festival, opened up, you know, all these sort of possibilities for me. I was invited to go there to take paintings, to take some ceramics there. So the Poetry Festival isn't just poetry; it's exhibitions as well, visual arts as well, and ceramics and painting, and Chinese artists are invited there. So in Cambridge, I've met Chinese artists, and we have had reciprocal visits. Through the Cam Rivers project, I've been introduced to other artists, but also the poets who are also invited from China. It's an occasion for people to realise these are people, you know, and they're here.